Hello everyone and welcome back to Obas Trending Gist. So, today we are diving deep into a moment from TVC's Politics Tonight that really made me scratch my head. We had the APC governorship candidate for Anambra State, Nicholas Ukachukwu, on the show. And what unfolded was a classic case of miscommunication that spiraled largely uncorrected. We are talking about a serious topic, baby factories, and somehow we ended up with a candidate discussing his industrial plans. It is a huge missed opportunity to address critical issues, and we need to talk about why this happened and what it means. Sit back and take a watch.
You must have also heard of the increasing rate of baby factories in Anambra State, and there are fresh incidents of violence and encroachment on farmlands. First, what is your assessment of the rising cases of baby factories and illegal adoption rings in Anambra State?
Oh, honestly, let me tell you this. I say things in national television and later someone can say it's not true. Nobody have more number of factories in Anambra State than myself and my family. And on that note, I'm telling you right now, I can't remember in recent times once telling you there are many industries spranging up in Anambra State. No, insecurity had killed more of factories. As a matter of fact, my factory is under lock key because they kidnapped my 6 expatriates. And then the rest, I used to have 70 some of them, 70 something of this people working for me. The place is under lock and key. The aluminum cementing company was supposed to, bring to stream for the past few years. I have not. We lock it down because we cannot be able to run it. The Radisson Hotel there in Anambra State belongs to us also. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that we love Anambra State, we're investing there. But what nobody can tell you that people are taking over because the factories are struggling.
All right, let me put you on hold while we go for this break. And when we return, we'll continue this conversation on our other platform. And it's also important to say the QR code will be reviewed in a moment. Please stay with us, everyone. Thank you for staying with us, everyone. Nicholas Ukachukwu, APC governorship candidate, Anambra State, is my guest tonight as we discuss the issues that matter most to residents as the election approaches. Thank you so much for staying with us on the program, Mr. Ukachukwu. So let's continue from where we stopped.
Thank you very much.
It's a very important conversation because, many of these cases stem from poverty, unemployment, and gender-based violence. I'm wondering, how does your manifesto address these root causes?
You see, apart from what I'm saying, the summary was quite on point. Why? Part of some of the insecurity issue we're having is because the youth have no job. And many even graduates who have graduated have no job. Those who could not have the liberty of traveling abroad or also have done some certain investigations or certain things. We have spoken to some certain people. Maybe also it should interest you also, my audience, to hear that I'm not holding brief for any security division of the Anambra State. But I can speak authoritatively that the current governor has not given police or army or DSS or whatever up to 5-10 vehicles since 3 years and 6 months or more. How do you want them to fight crime? It's only when they set up this Quack, Udokachi, and Agone Chamber, they bought some second-hand branded vehicle. When other states are buying new vehicles and nothing actually to show for it. Don't forget, in the past few months, Anambra State is getting 1.8 billion or thereabouts from derivation as being part of a produced country, a state. But go to those communities that are doing it. They have not put one trip of sand, talk less of doing one thing there. They have done nothing.
So it all started when the anchor, Olajumoke Olatunji, kicked things off with very clear and pressing question. She explicitly mentioned the increasing rate of baby factories and then reiterates it, asking for his assessment of the rising cases of baby factories and illegal adoption rings in Anambra State. Pretty straightforward. This is a huge, sensitive social issue in Nigeria. Now, Mr. Ukachukwu begins his response and almost immediately, something shifts. He started talking about factories, but he's not talking about baby factories. He says, and I quote, "Nobody have more number of factories in Anambra State than myself and my family." Can you believe that? He seems to have completely misunderstood the context, thinking the anchor was asking about industrial or manufacturing factories. He then goes on to elaborate about his own businesses, his factory being under lock and key due to insecurity, preventing his 6 expatriates from working. He even mentioned an aluminum smelting company and a hotel that belonged to his family. All important investments, yes, but entirely off topic, giving the anchor specific questions about baby factories and illegal adoption rings. And here's where it gets even more concerning. The anchor didn't step into to correct him even after her initial question. When she returned from the break, she restated the importance of conversation, linking it to poverty, unemployment, and gender-based violence, all root causes associated with the proliferation of baby factory, but still no correction, when he clearly went down a different path. She simply let him continue talking about private businesses and generally security issues, like the governor not providing vehicles to the police or army. This was a critical moment where the anchor could have guided the conversation back to the very serious issue of baby factory. Think about it, Gstars. This was a chance for the candidate to articulate how his manifesto directly addresses illegal adoption, trafficking, and the underlying socio-economic factors that fuels these horrific practices. Instead, we heard about his personal investment. It is not that his points about general insecurity and state funds aren't important, but they completely sidestep the core question. This segment highlights a couple of really crucial points about political discourse and media responsibility. First, the candidate, Mr. Ukachukwu, despite being a governorship aspirant, clearly failed to grasp the nuance of the question. While it's possible he genuinely misheard, one would expect a political figure to be meticulously prepared for interviews, especially on a public platform like TVC News, where critical social issues are discussed. His response, focusing on his own industrial factories, suggests either a lack of attention to detail or perhaps even a discomfort in addressing the very specific and grim issue of baby factories. If a candidate misinterprets such a critical social problem, how well can they be expected to formulate and implement solution for it? Secondly, and perhaps more importantly, the anchor's role here is undeniable. Olajumoke had multiple opportunities to interject and steer the conversation back on track. A good interviewer's job isn't just to ask questions, but to ensure they are answered relevantly. The failure to correct Mr. Ukachukwu meant that viewers, particularly those in Anambra State, concerned about baby factories and illegal adoptions, did not get to hear the candidate's actual stance or plan on these issues. This kind of uncorrected miscommunication can leave the electorate uninformed and disenfranchised, missing out on crucial insights into their potential leaders. It is a disservice to both the candidate, who missed a chance to connect with voters on a vital issue, and the audience, who were left without answers to a direct question. In politics, interviews, clarity is paramount. The stakes are too high for such significant misunderstanding to go unaddressed. So, Gstars, what do you make of that exchange? Do you think the anchor should have intervened more forcefully, or should a candidate have been more prepared for such a sensitive topic? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Obas Trending Gist for more breakdowns of the moment that matters. Until next time, stay engaged, stay informed, and keep the gist going.